So this next part of this FRQ, we're using the same dy dx as we used in part A. They give us an initial value of f of 0 is 3. And they tell us to use Euler's method to approximate f of 0.2 with a step size of 0.1. So I'm going to set up a little chart. It's going to have an x value, a y value, and then a dy, dy dx at those x, y values. So this tells me that my first xy value is 0, 3. So make x equal to 0, y equal to, y equal to 3, and then I find dy dx. So I used my formula here, dy dx equals xy over 2. So when I plug in 0, 3, I get 0 times 3 over 2, which is 0. So my slope there is 0. And then that means that my step size is 0.1. So my next x value is going to be 0.1. And since I got that dy dx is 0, I add that 0 to the 3, and it just doesn't go up at all. So it goes to my y value is 3. So my y value is the same for each of those. Now I am going to find the dy dx value for this point right here using this equation again. So that dy dx is equal to 0.1 times 3 over 2. And now this is a calculator allowed question, so you could type that into your calculator if you want, and you would get 0.15. So that means that my dy dx is 0.15. So I'm going to now go and add that amount to the, sorry, I don't just add that number. I do get an x value of 0.2 for this, but to get the y value, I'm going to draw a little triangle for us. So what this 0.15 means is that if I were to start at that this point right here, 0.1, 3, that the slope there would be 0.15. So that means if I went over 1, so if that whole triangle side length there was 1, then I would go up 0.15. Now, I'm not going over a full 1 unit. I'm only going over my step size of 0.1. So I need to figure out the corresponding height that would represent moving over 0.01. So you can imagine I would have a much smaller triangle. This right here would be my just give myself some more space, 0.1, this jump right here, 0.1, and you have to figure out what that height would be. Well, I took 1/10 of the 1 to get this, so I'm going to take 1/10 of this. I'm going to move the decimal over 1. So that means that that is going to be 0.015. So I get, I need to add that 0.015 to this to get my new y value, which gives me 3.015. And that is my approximation of f of 0.02. So I write f of of what is it? 0.02, 0.2 is approximately 3.015.